Hello, my name is Tom, and today I'm going to be talking all about Jake Weddle.
Drizzy.
Now, you guys probably recognize Jake Weddle from his appearance in one of the Dogpack 404 exposed videos about Mr. Beast, but he's had a lot of drama since then that I was kind of loosely covering. I recently made a video on the Tom Dark channel talking about his poor responses to internet criticism and controversy, but most recently, he had a breakup with his girlfriend, and the way that this went down is probably in the funniest and also saddest way possible.
So yeah, I had my family was up all night with me on Christmas Eve because I was trying to calm myself down.
This happened on Christmas Eve? Basically, they broke up. They both somehow ended up on separate live streams, streaming at the same exact time to a few hundred people each, where they would try to expose each other about the happenings of the relationship. It is insane. It is hilarious. What were you thrusting yourself into, Mr. Weddle? And today we're going to take a look at what Jake had to say about Lex. So first off here, we've got a little bit of an interesting situation going on with a man that I'm a big fan of, Jake Weddle. All right, Jake Weddle, who, as you all probably know, Jake Weddle is the guy who famously was featured in Dogpack 404's Part 2 video about Mr. Beast titled, I Work for Mr. Beast, He's a Sociopath. Jake was a part of this, sleep deprivation challenge, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff. Well, not sleep deprivation. I think it was solitary confinement, whatever the case. Kind of getting lost in the details here, but, there's been a lot of drama with Jake Weddle. I made a whole video about it on my channel, Tom Dark, that some of you have probably seen, some of you maybe haven't, but you don't really need to know the full context here to understand what's going on. But we've had some interesting updates to the Jake Weddle situation. So you may remember to set a few things up here, okay, to set up a few little bullet points, some threads we're going to be pulling on for this story, all right? Jake Weddle used to be a writer for Law by Mike, almost died when I saw it in a short. No wonder I never found the shorts funny. I didn't know he used to work for him. That's funny. That's interesting. Anyhow, to set up a few kind of threads we're going to be pulling on here. Jake Weddle, first of all, okay, he's the Mr. Beast guy. He really hates Mr. Beast. And secondly, he has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend is right there in this thumbnail here by Chud Logic. Her name is Lex, which I kept getting it mixed up with a super mega drama. A different woman from one of these dramas, okay, named Lex. Is it like Alexa, Alexi, or is their name like Lex? I like imagining it's like Lex Luthor or something. Anyhow, yeah. So Jake Weddle and this girl were dating, and she would like go on Twitter all the time and defend him. People found that funny. And then later on, it turned out that she went into Chud Logic's Discord to try and like befriend him to leak Lexapro. That's good. Yeah, Lexapro. Well, that will be very They'll be very true soon. Jake Weddle and her were dating. She would, get involved in all these weird gay ops, right? But we've had an interesting update recently from the grapevine. Okay, I was hearing things here and there from the grapevine about, some tumultuous stuff going on with their relationship. But, I wasn't going to report on it, quote unquote, because there was nothing to say, right? It's like these two people who are kind of public figures to a very small degree, but still public figures break up. I don't really care, whatever, right? But then they made the breakup public. And not only did they make it public, the other night, they were on streams. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe they were on two streams at the same exact time, trying to expose each other when they had just broken up. It's like, okay, just imagine you break up with your girlfriend or you break up with your boyfriend, and within hours, you're both on live streams with like 100 people watching, exposing each other. Like, I don't know. My whole thing with my video was like, Jake, get off the internet, okay? Get off the internet. Don't get offline, okay? We don't need the live breakup trial. We don't need the live tit for tat. Who did this? Who did that? But apparently, there's been some accusations thrown across the bow of some kind of abuse, maybe some kind of potential throwing of a phone at a wall. There's a photo. There's been a lot of stuff really in the interim, but to give you guys an idea of like how this ride has been for me, okay? How this ride has been for me. So these guys are like, fighting with the commentary community, blah, 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 blah. I'm not really super involved in the day-to-day, in the weeds of it, but I make my video about it, right? Video does pretty good. And I think this is the most viewed commentary video about Jake Weddle, probably, as far as negative stuff, right? I'm not saying that to stroke my own or something. Although I would do that a little bit, right? But the reason I say that is because someone in my chat the other day pointed out to me that shortly after this video went up, we got an interesting update from Jake Weddle via his Instagram, okay? This is the third Jake Weddle crash out. Dude is breaking records. All right. So here, and this is, to my knowledge, see here, this is on December 23rd. Hello, my name is Tom, and this video is on December 22nd. So about a day after my video. So I assume it had something to do with mine. I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyhow, Jake Weddle posted this very, very interesting statement. Now, as someone in chat pointed out, this appears to be Samsung Notes, which reminds me of a sort of piece of art that maybe a few of you remember, but those who do remember it will appreciate it. So, just a little bit of a piece of the past. I remember seeing this on, I think this was made on like the DSi flip animation maker, I think. I think that's what this was made for, because I remember seeing this on, I think, the DSi, and someone had animated it. I think that's where this is from. Like the flip note thing, yeah. Because I didn't have a DSi, I had a DS Lite, but I knew someone who had like the DSi XL. And I think you could connect to like Flipnote Studio, and I think you could see some of the other animations people had made. I think this is one of like most popular ones or something. I could be wrong, but I think this was it. But yeah. Anyhow, with that being said, Jake Weddle from his Samsung, he posts, frankly, YouTube commentary channels that make content, calling people lazy, being hyper negative, spreading drama for the sake of clicks can kiss my ass. My face in your title, thumb, calling me crazy, unhinged, what have you. You are exhibiting the psycho behavior. I find it genuinely dystopian to have my face, my lived experiences, and my mental state be used for profit, speculated on, and narrativized. I'll say this again. If you use my face and trauma and my mental state for your dog content, you're making YouTube a place to be, and you are genuinely a bad and stupid person. And if you eat that content up, you also need a psych eval. When are you getting a canthoplasty? Real soon. Real soon. YouTube commentary, in quotes, and drama, in quotes, is literally no better than scummy paparazzi. You're not a journalist. You're a gossip channel. Your commentary is just pointing and laughing at something. If someone is genuinely crazy, then they need help, not to be mocked. I go to therapy. I take my meds, and I'm dealing with you dorks harassing me every day. You nerds harass me on a daily basis, and when my mental health is affected by you dorks, you point and go, see, he's lost it. Yes. I would be fine if not for you dorks. Get a life, get a hobby, come up with better video ideas. So he's calling me out, okay? He's pointing out that I'm a psychopath, that you guys are psychopaths. As we all know, we are, in fact, psychopaths. We are evil. We have no respect for human emotion. We have no empathy. And we do, at the end of the day, enjoy watching someone's slip into abject misery. And who doesn't? Who doesn't love it, okay? Other people do it on documentaries, okay? You know, other people do it with stuff they feel more detached from. I do it with people I could reasonably message. Okay, with that being said, we've had a little bit of an update to this even. And this is kind of before we get into the relationship blowing up. So there's some drama going on over on Reddit, okay? This is a bit of a precursor, a bit of an update. So to give a little bit of context for what we're dealing with for this Reddit thread, here's the deal, okay? There was this kid named Aiden, okay? His name is Aiden. Aiden Projects. I don't know where his channel is. Okay, here it is. So this guy, okay, I've known this guy for a long time, all right, on the internet. I believe when he was 12, I was 14 years old in the commentary community. We were some of the youngest members, all right, back around 2016. And, you know, we had some beefs. We had some collaborations back in the day. Now, Aiden, at the age of 12 years old, got scammed by another popular YouTuber named Chubbs. Now, Chubbs, at the time, had 800,000 subscribers, and Aiden had none. Okay, so Chubbs offers him editing work. Aiden gets scammed. Aiden tells Keemstar. Keemstar reports it on Drama Alert. And, well, I don't know where the episode is, but he ends up getting Aiden to like 100K subs. Aiden, from there, as a 12-year-old with 100,000 subscribers, is kind of wishy-washy on making content. He kind of has some criticisms of the commentary community, but by age 14, he has 800,000 subs, and he then quits YouTube. At some point, I do not know why. Apparently, he didn't even make that much money off of YouTube. He had one video with like 23 million views. I think it got copyright claimed or something. So I think at the end of the day, for 800,000 subscribers, he made like 50 grand. Which in fairness at that age is pretty good, but I feel like he probably should have made $1 million at least off all the views he had. But anyhow, okay. Aiden eventually, all right, came back recently to streaming on the Aiden Underground channel. Now, this is the venue that hosted the Jalen debate where Jalen was debating trans issues and then all of a sudden said, I'm going to end my life, basically, something to that effect. I drew a fun picture of this situation you'd like, Tom. I'll be gay and tweet it at you from the Trump tie account. Sure, tweet it at me. This stream is so good, I couldn't even edge. I exploded immediately. Clean up on aisle. My pants. Laughing emoji. Thank you. But Aiden's been streaming, and he managed to score an interview with Jake Weddle. And like I said, simultaneously, a stream was going on a guy named Mrow's channel, I believe. All right. Where they were doing an interview with Lex. And from that, we got an update. Somehow it made its way to the YouTube drama subreddit, the most reputable source for all drama, okay? Update to this post, fake YouTube drama mod who messaged Lex was Lex all along. Jake Weddle confirms this on a live stream. So Lex is like pretending to be a Redditor, messaging herself, and then posting it to other people, which is crazy. Now, also a few other teasers. We've got Future Doctor saying she hacked him live. We've got this guy saying another streamer, Morale, interviewed her earlier and leaked the recording Lex had of Jake. So there's some leaked audio of Jake, I believe, blubbering, crying in some way. So basically, there's just like a lot of cancer going on right now. And we get to enjoy it today. We get to experience this. You know, on one hand, it's like these people are, but on the other hand, they're really. So I feel like I have a moral obligation to take a look at this. That's disgusting. Can we listen to it? Yes. All right. So we'll start with the Jake interview.
Hello?
Hi. I just want to make sure the stream can hear you. Do you mind just saying something?
Yeah, testing 1 2, testing. What the is going on? Holy shit.
Is it all good, stream? Can you hear him?
Yeah, dude, I guess I do gotta reset all my passwords.
More of a Wagner
Cam
Group
is
fan
texting
myself.
me right now I'm not gonna say where because I don't know where Lex is logged into all my accounts. What the fuck is going on?
That is...
Lex is logged into all my accounts. Lex is logged into all my... So because of that, instead of trying to fix that before he got on stream, he called this guy he does not know, who presumably he should hate because he's a commentary guy who's friends with, like, commentary guys. He decides to call him on his personal cell phone, on his Android, all right, on his Galaxy Pro 2.
It's the most insane...
Is she actively saying right now that she's trying to protect me on, like, another stream right now?
Yeah, she's saying she's doing this out of concern for your mental health.
Oh, what's concerning for my mental health is she's logged into my Discord. It has been for the last like 4 or 5 days, I guess. Going through my messages.
This is like psycho behavior. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen any...
I was gonna come on here and be like, I don't want anyone to harass Lex. I don't want to, that's not what I condone. I just want to get my side of the story out. Since she was saying that I was being verbally abusive. Apparently, she's saying I punched a wall, which isn't true. I was hoping this was going to be casual. It was going to be like the one and only time that I was going to talk about this publicly because I wanted to put this behind me. I was just going to give my piece and then go work on cars, bro. I'm kidding. I do stand up. But hey, Lex, for my mental health, can you please not be logged in to all my devices and get out of my phone, please?
She has to be logged into his email and his Discord and his Bandcamp and his Tumblr for his mental health, okay? It's for his mental health. She's helping him out.
That's for my mental health. I would appreciate that.
That would probably be a good idea. That would probably be a good idea.
Why is he talking through a can on a string? It's a Samsung Galaxy Pro 1, dude.
It would be very nice of you. I don't need you to protect me right now. If anything, I would like you to stop threatening me behind the scenes. With the fact that I don't know, man. Like this was supposed to be so much more casual and so much more like chill, and now I'm really freaked out that she's logged into all my accounts and blocking me. Like that was like there was like my computer was haunted. I was like unblocking you, and then she was reblocking you, and I'm like, what is happening right now?
For a minute there, I was like, dude, is this guy that mad that my webcam wasn't working?
Free Jake from the BPD woman. I agree, frankly. I think he needs to be helped. We need to save him. I'm gonna come in on a helicopter, okay? This stream is like a rescue chopper, okay? You know the Harrier jet with the 2 independent rotors on each wing? I'm like that jet, and I'm also a team of Black Ops specialists that are coming in with a rope to save him from the situation, to save him from the harlot, okay? We're gonna save him from her. I could tell she was psychotic by the hair and piercings. Many such cases. Jake looks like Chandler and Carl had a butt baby. Okay. There's Tom AIs that you can date. What do you mean by that? There's Tom AIs that you can date? Oh, is this like the character.ai thing? Yeah, that's pretty horrible.
Is he really that?
Unprofessional son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm like, did he really take it that personally? That's crazy.
I said we're doing faces, and you took too long. Okay.
Yeah, dude,
She
that would
played
be
dog
nuts.
warts.
So,
That's
Bro.
so funny.
so before she like puts an EMP on your house and the phone call cuts out.
Mario, what the hell?
I mean, at this point, I don't know what. There's obviously something that she doesn't want getting out there. This, I don't care about this. I care for his mental health. Is obviously a complete cope because she put like recordings of you obviously going through.
We need context. I already gave the context, but I'll give it one more time. Jake Weddle and his girlfriend are like exposing each other on separate live streams after breaking up in their relationship. They're on like live streams streaming to a couple hundred people each. Christmas is over, Tom. Christmas is not over to me. Christmas is over when I say it's over, you loser.
Through it in her SoundCloud song.
Well, first of all, behind the scenes, so what happened was, I'll just get into the whole situation, if I may. If I start ranting, how about I'll start with this. I would like to publicly apologize to the YouTube community, to the r/YouTube drama subreddit, to my audience. I got grifted. I firmly believe that I got grifted, because when Lex came into my life, it was after the dog pack stuff. I was in a really, really, really bad mental health place. And
oh, she started dating him after the dog pack thing? I thought they were together for like a year or something. So they started dating right after the dog pack video came out, apparently. Okay. So he's saying he got grifted? Is he saying that she like came into his life to leech off of him, off of the Mr. Beast hate fame? How did a 3-month relationship end this way? That's my question. How come in a 3-month relationship these people already have access to all their, like, how come in a 3-month relationship she can already use your, like, she has the password to all of your accounts, she knows everything about you, they like live together? It's been like 3 months, bro. They don't even know each other. They're friends, okay? They're friends who, I mean, presumably have sex, I guess, but it's not really a relationship yet. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, she, did all the
BPD
things
women are winning
that,
right now.
On paper, a lot of people warned me. I was getting out of another relationship that was, tumultuous, and I got a bad habit of rushing into things, and people were like, Jake, don't rush into another thing. And I was like, no, this one's different. And that's egg on my face. That's silly me. I apologize to the world. But, when Lex at first, acting as my assistant, she was really, really helpful. She was helping me with my emails.
She's his assistant. I just don't understand why he has an assistant. Like, dude, yeah, I don't have a assistant. I don't know any YouTuber who has a assistant. I don't know a single YouTuber, successful YouTuber, okay, who has an assistant. I know YouTubers who are multimillionaires. None of them have assistants. None of them. It's just them. Okay, maybe they'll have like a guy that does their sponsorships, but that's it. They don't have an assistant to answer their emails, dude. You can answer their emails. Go back to when he got hacked. It happened live. What timestamp is that, Cam Nuggets? Mogging Aiden hard, my looks maxing king. Nice job dyeing your eyelashes dark. Tutorial? Great question, man. Your character AI just told me your stream is pre-recorded. That's true, it is. That's true, it is. That's very true.
In my Discord, whoopsie daisies, I thought...
I like the crazy one, sub 7 male with no options. Okay. I think I like the crazy ones are guys who haven't dated a genuinely crazy girl. They're guys who are like, I like the crazy ones are guys who like dated an emo girl once for 4.5 months. Okay. If you've actually dated a crazy woman, you would never wish it upon your worst enemy. You would never wish it upon the person you hate most. Okay. Superman would not wish it on Lex Luthor. All right. Batman would not wish it on the Joker. Okay. But the Joker has it anyway with Harley. He's got that approval seeking dumbass hoe. All right. You would not wish it on your worst enemy. Truly. Okay. I would not.
I scrubbed her out of my stuff, but I guess you're not good at that. I'm going to need a security check on all my things after this, I guess. That's a little scary, but
I guess
yeah, good.
I just want to, because we spoke about it earlier. So I want there's just some fundamental questions, and then we could
Sure, of
you
course,
could
of
you could
course,
explain
yes.
you could explain whatever side stuff you want as well. First of all, because somebody in chat mentioned this, and you mentioned it in call with me earlier.
Yes.
The YT drama mod on the Reddit, the fake one, that was her, right?
Thank you for the dono.
Yes. When the YouTube drama moderators cleared her and said, okay, she was that wasn't a real mod, that was a fake person, and Lex got duped, everybody. And so she's not malicious. She got duped. No, she did in fact fake that. That was in fact her messaging herself with another account and then deleting it and then doing some Photoshop on top of that. I was
So this is this is part of the gay op she's been doing. Like, for example, when she like pretended to be some guy who had info on Jake Weddle or something, so she could get into Chud Logic's Discord and try to contact him so she could like own him from the inside out. This is like an extension of that. So she pretended to be a YouTube drama mod to message herself to then post it to manufacture drama with a YouTube drama subreddit, I guess. Jake Weddle looks like flamenco. Also kick Aiden. Very true. Thank you for the dono. Transpose music.
gonna keep.
Get her in my DMs right now, dude. Honestly, if anyone in this chat wanted, you could probably date her, dude. You could probably do it. You could probably be with her in like 4 minutes. I've heard that she apparently was flirting with the guy that she was on the stream of to expose Jake Weddle. Like, she just broke up that she's already flirting with the next guy. And he's on a live stream. He's like a commentary channel. She's flirting with him while she's exposing her ex-boyfriend, apparently claiming that he threw a phone at a wall. Like, it's just the worst thing ever. Will Tom be buying the Harley Quinn scratch and sniff fart comic? Tom will not. Tom, don't lie. You have an assistant holding toilet logs while gooning? No, that's just all my girlfriends, my many girlfriends. You like to marvel in your masterpiece? I do like to marvel, and I do want other people to share in that, for sure. There's definitely truth to that. This is clearly Mr. Beast's fault. Clearly, I agree with that.
This part private because I did inform the YouTube drama moderators that they were in fact duped. But at the time, I was going to keep it on private because, and I say at the time, like this wasn't like yesterday, 2 days ago, but I've been terrified because Lex has been threatening me with these recordings behind the scenes. That she's like, I'm not going to ruin your career. Don't worry. But I do have these recordings for my protection. And if I'm all over the place, forgive me. I'm a little.
She's holding stuff against him privately. I mean, I guess the question is, did he do something first? Like, did he come after her or something? And then she was like, well, if you come after me, I'll expose you. Is she doing this as like retribution for something? Like to like protect herself from his sick abuse? I don't really even know. I don't know how I can like justify or explain this in a favorable way to her.
Distraught that she was blocking people, and I was trying to calm down a little bit, but now I'm a little anxious that she's blocking.
Can't wait to see her in the next Mr. Beast video. Same.
But yeah, so she did fake that. I informed the bots they faked that, and I tried to get all the receipts I could. I have receipts that she was duping Hellbent for a while, which is really funny that she was messaging me like Hellbent loves my song, ha ha ha. And I believe you have.
Hellbent was the person that became a Patreon supporter of Jake Weddle so she could ask questions and kind of troll around. And then from there, Jake Weddle threatened legal action against Queeman for leaking his stand-up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. Yep, I'm gonna pull that up right now.
Thank you. That's awesome. So yeah, Lex was with.
She deleted them. Or no, she wait, no. Never mind.
She's in my account deleting things.
Nope. I got that one wrong. Because I thought you had sent that to me. It was actually sent to me by a third party. So no, she didn't delete it.
Okay, gotcha.
Got
okay, great. Oh, thank God, that was a close one.
Yeah, no, all good.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
So far we've established that she is in fact the one that has gotten into your accounts out of concern for your mental health, even though that's like totally
She said that she publicly said that I'm in his accounts right now. Blocking that's it. She said that on purpose. That's insane.
Yeah, out of concern for your mental health.
I'm not sure what's happening. He's saying you blocked him. Your message could not be delivered. So he's saying that she logged in so she could block Cam Nuggets. She logged into Jake's account so she could block Cam Nuggets from his account for his mental health. Dude, this rocks. She seems to be going through something. Yeah, she seems to, because I remember there was some stuff where she said that It seemed like she thought she was being gang stalked. She was like, Mr. Beast has sent private investigators to follow me. She said that she was being followed by a drone, by like a Mr. Beast drone of some kind. The Mr. Beast drone was intently following her every move. And she was talking about Mr. Beast like he was in the mafia. She's like, he makes people disappear. I was like, what? What are we talking? No, maybe, but I don't think so.
Even though she was like going and like, even though she was the one that was, you know, releasing recordings of you for the sake of a SoundCloud song. So I guess that would lead me to our next thing. And
No. Let me.
She's releasing recordings of him for a SoundCloud song. She's showing Jake Weddle that she has Hellbent. The Patreon infiltrator added. She says, I'm playing her like a fiddle. Gonna be see her with cam on. Lol, KK baby, just be careful. Oh yeah, I gotta think about it for a minute first. I have a voice mod app. Dude, this is the girl who is like saying that she has like a real life. She has like some kind of car business to attend to with her Honda Civic. Okay, her box. She doesn't have time for this drama. Have you not listened to the SoundCloud song yet? I haven't. Do you want to send that to me? Send me the SoundCloud song, Smaggle.
Let me say this right here.
Yep.
I had a panic attack the night she released the song, and she was messaging me. What did she message me? She said, like Hellbent likes it, ha 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 ha. So yeah, I had my family was up all night with me on Christmas Eve because I was trying to calm myself down.
This happened on Christmas Eve? What a horrible holiday. What a horrible holiday. On Christmas Eve, this guy has a SoundCloud song release that has some kind of leaked recording of him, and it's made by his girlfriend. No, dude. We need to help. We need to help him. We need to help him.
Because I was having a full-on panic attack over her, you know, saying Hellbent likes the song, and basically her working with my detractors after she was so publicly, like, Jake Weddle's #1 supporter, blah, blah, blah. Like, the fact that she did such a rug pull, the circumstances around our breakup, the circumstances around us getting together in the first place even, the methods in which she has these recordings of me that she's using as blackmail, all of it's just wild. So I would love to parse through as much of the evidence.
The blackmail, the Jake Weddle tapes. Jake Weddle's 13 Reasons.
yeah, no problem.
If we're not interrupted, I guess.
Yeah, no problem. I'm trying to get. Listen, if it goes bad, we'll go by smoke signal. If she somehow.
That's great. I'll get some pigeons together. We'll figure this out. That's good.
True. All right, so I guess just bring us through the process.
Car girls are the biggest schizzos, believe me. I've never really met a girl who likes cars, to be honest. I just don't like girls who like guy things, so, you know. Not that girls can't be into cars, but you know what I mean. I just feel like it's typically a bad sign.
Here of, like, I guess, what happened, like the story you...
All right, message from the deep state. We now have a song I've been sent. This song is called Say It Again. Sympathy. Full song.
You don't care about my feelings, do you?
No.
Say that again?
Say it again until it's true to you. Say it again until your lips turn blue. You wrote the narrative and it's imperative.
I actually like it. Why do I actually like the song? It's a good song. I kind of actually like it. It's a good fucking song. 3-month relationship breakup song, dude. It's fire. It's a good song. Well, maybe I'm on her side. I'm starting it over. Dude, this guy, Morale says I stand with you.
You don't care about my feelings, do you? Wait, say that again?
Yes, dude. Fuck yeah. Go, Lex, go.
Say it again until it's true to you. Say it again until your lips turn blue. You wrote the narrative
And it's imperative.
you come out the good guy and I become the story.
who tries to care for you. She knows how bad I was too. Maybe she'll do a better job of cleaning your messes up. Yeah, dude, it's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Oh! Dude. Lighters up! She's so crazy. Dude. Dude. All is forgiven. You've got a great voice. Don't let the drama hold you back. Dude, she's forgiven. I forgive her. She's a good person. Okay? This bitch is really crazy.
You told me, I guess, if you're obviously if you're okay with sharing about the breakup.
Of course. Yeah, so she was so publicly entrenched in all of my public relations, and at first, it was like, oh, it's nice to have some support. The last relationship I was in, and even like my friends and family, it's kind of difficult to quantify what it's like to receive a lot of online hate, a lot of online backlash, and I was in a really distraught mental health place. So when Lex showed up in my life,
this is going on the
it was
playlist.
Here's the support from another content creator that I need. I was also at Row at Mike's place, and me and Lex have dated for 3 months, and she was we've been physically together in the same state for a month. We were doing a long distance thing for a while, and the way she thrust herself into the public eye, Jake Weddle and his girlfriend, I didn't think anything of it until it got crazier and crazier and crazier.
I don't know if this girl has BPD, but if she does, that is a BPD thing, involving themselves in every part of the guy's life as much as possible out of insecurity. That's the thing that they tend to do. So.
And then she started calling out Chud Logic and Hellbent by name. It was entirely her idea to sue Hellbent, by the way. I feel like I was upset that Hellbent did all that stuff. The night of, I was editing my special, and I saw that Hellbent did all that, and I was upset. And then I woke up the next day and I see on Twitter, I go, oh, I guess we're suing Hellbent. Okay. The things that she pushed me to do while we were together, for instance, I do have a lawyer, and it's really funny that I have a lawyer because Lex is the one that told me to get that lawyer, and I feel like Lex, my lawyer, because I paid for the lawyer, wouldn't think that being logged into somebody's discords and blocking them without their, I feel like Lex is breaking crimes right now, but I guess I'll talk to my lawyer.
I think there is some kind of crime. It's not really hacking because he gave her access, but if she's in it and he doesn't want her to be, it could be unauthorized access to accounts, which especially for business purposes, I think could be a crime. If you're using a company email for something you're not supposed to be, then that is a crime. So maybe he could try to get her on this, but it might be kind of a difficult thing to get her on. Might not be worth the time. Guy says he's always on the verge of a sneeze. So do I. I feel like he might be better off just try to get all his accounts on lock and then getting the fuck away from her. Pursuing legal action is probably not going to be the most advantageous thing here. Unless you get her locked away for life, which would probably be good for all of society. Guy sounds like he's on the verge of a sneeze. Thank you for the dono ball fart.
As soon as I can. Thanks, Lex, for making sure I got a lawyer.
I did have a good Christmas.
She suggested she was the one that suggested you take legal action against Hellbent, and she suggested you take legal action against Mr. Beast.
Behind the scenes, we were trying to. I shouldn't be speaking about this publicly because this is a legal thing, and this is messy and this is dicey. But yeah, she was saying, and I don't want to get into the weeds of whether or not I do or don't have a case, or whether or not I am or not pursuing a case. But I will say, behind the scenes, she was very much pushing me to sue Jimmy, and what I think is.
Yeah, well, she's delusional, right? She also thinks that the FBI is moments from closing in on Jimmy. She thinks that his agents, the Mr. Beast agents, are following her home. She is a crazy person, and she probably needs some, I don't know, psychiatric help, medication. She needs something strong. She needs some strong lithium to mellow her out or something like that. She needs some Xans, dude. She used to hang out with Lil Xan and do Xans. Although Lil Xan is sober now. Shout out to him for that. Big ups, bro. Fellas, never give her your logins. Oh, hell nah. Yeah, obviously. The only person that should have your login is your wife. She's your girlfriend. She just shouldn't have your logins. Even if she's your wife, I don't know. Why does she need that? I guess if you have a shared bank account, she needs that. But yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't seem like something that your partner should really need.
Now that I have all the pieces, but I'm pretty sure, and this was obvious to everybody outside of my bubble, and I kind of wish it was more obvious to me, but hey, I'm a gullible person. You know, I get tricked very easily by pretty women. I'm pretty sure she jumped into my life to thrust.
Look, Jake Weddle, I have sympathy for you. Okay, I have some empathy, but you know, you had to have seen the signs. You know, how old is Jake Weddle? He's like 24, 25. You had to have seen the signs, my friend. I mean, if I had to guess if anyone was going to do this to you, it would be her. Look at the hair. Look at the hair, okay? The split dye thing, whatever you want to call that. The, you know, like the blonde in the front, the black in the back, all right? Whoa, crazy. That's crazy what I just said. Only real ones know. All right. The septum piercing. I mean, it could just be a very bad thing, you know? I mean, these girls can be fun, you know. Some of them are probably okay, some of them, but you know, I mean, if I'm looking at her, I'm just thinking, this is a bad sign, you know. This girl is a girl who's there's kind of a delineation, there's kind of a separation of church and state. There's like cute girls and there's hot girls, okay? The hot girl is like, you know, you see it as unattainable in your mind as a young guy, but the cute girl is like, oh, well, she's like the girl next door, right? She's got the girl next door look. She must be nice, and she's probably not bad. But secretly, the hot girl, because her life has been so good, is probably not going to be that crazy. But the cute one is the one you have to worry about, all right? Because she gets some of the validation of the hot girl, but not all of it. So she's desperate for it. This is my psychoanalysis. So you want to stay away from the cute girls, chat. You want to stay away, all right? This is a bad omen. This is a very bad omen, okay? This is very bad. This kind of woman is just a bad look. And your friends will know. They won't tell you, but your friends will know, okay? They'll know all of it. You want to date the ugly fat ones. That's what you want to date. Get yourself a fat, ugly girlfriend, okay? She might actually know how to fix your car.
Herself into the Mr. Beast stuff, and you know, to get a little bit of my clout, to get a little, and that's so funny because everyone's calling me a clout chaser. So the clout chaser of a clout chaser is really funny. I think, you know, again, hey fellas, listen, you milked me for all I'm worth. Okay, women moving forward, I have no.
Get yourself a girlfriend with bigger delts than you. That's what you really want. All right.
No more money. Please stay away from me. I spent it all on flights to Canada and flying her to the U.S. and getting her hair done and the lawyers she made me buy. The money's gone. So
the
please,
money's
women,
gone.
Stay away from me.
The money's gone. No, dude. She got lawyers and got her hair and nails done.
And that's actually about the Mr. Beast stuff. That's actually how the two of you met,
Girl, stay away from me. I'm broke. Get the away from me.
right?
Yeah, so
She saw that Mr. Beast paycheck and she was like, how can I siphon this directly into my bank account to spend on Hello Kitty? That's what she said.
Basically slipped into my DMs because she was trying to give me her tea, her, you know, like big scoop on the whole Mr. Beast situation.
What
which
scoop
was,
does she have?
up in Canada. And I don't really know all the details of it specifically because I'm not super well
she's
versed in
Canadian?
union law,
No.
especially in Canada.
No.
At least I'm familiar with Writers Guild stuff, but not so much like, you know, like editing and actors and that's not guilds I'm familiar with. That's not unions I'm familiar with. But he was claiming that Jimmy was hiring union workers, even though he's barred from working with unions. And I remember one of the r/YouTube drama moderators was just correcting her.
Aiden, voice of a 12-year-old and face of a 40-year-old. I feel like he looks his age now. He did used to look like Harvey Weinstein when he was fat, but since he lost weight, he looks normal.
Saying that's not how the unions work. And you know, behind the scenes, Lex was telling me, do not trust that moderator. He's not on our side. He's against us. And
Well, we got some art from Trump Tie 69. All right, fan of the show, friend of the show. I am scared of this man. I spent 100K on attempting comedy. OMG, I hate women. OMG, I hate women. This is rough. They made Jake look normal. They made her look. They made her look like she's from back at the barnyard. All right. This is dark. This is very, very dark.
You know, I don't want to publicly say the YouTube drama moderators are very, very good at being unbiased. For example, when it comes to Mr. Beast misinformation, because like some is off the walls and crazy. Like you don't want to throw wild accusations out. Like they were correcting misinformation about Mr. Beast. So you can't say they're for or against Mr. Beast. You can't say they're for or against me. But they did tell me, Lex was spreading a bunch of misinformation.
AIDS gang represent, okay?
And I told them, behind the scenes, she was telling me not to trust you guys for that very reason. This whole situation is incredible.
So she's like spreading misinformation to the mods and then using the misinformation to tell Jake not to trust the mods. That's like 5D chess. This is pretty smart, dude. This girl is trying to play all sides. The House of Cards kind of came crumbling pretty quick. She couldn't quite pull off the Riddler move in the way that she thought she could, but I respect her attempts, certainly. It's Heat Miser.
Incredibly messy. And if I can again apologize to the YouTube community.
What's up, Rick Glazer? Glad you like the vids.
The Reddit community for allowing this person to thrust herself into the spotlight so brazenly.
What were you thrusting yourself into, Mr. Weddle? Look, not to get too graphic, but, certainly some thrusting was happening at the expense of your mental health.
And so messily, that is entirely on me, and I publicly apologize.
Damn, okay. Well, at least, hey, at least you're admitting it. I would, there's some things obviously I would push back. If I do have any questions, I'll save that for the end. I'll save that for the end because this story is like, and obviously you don't need to tell me exactly what you said in call. I'll let you leak at your own discretion. But this is such an insane story that I just walk me through Monday and the 5 days leading up to Monday and the breakup.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, the 5 days leading up to the breakup. We're gonna get a bit of a timeline here, okay?
So publicly, Lex was very like, I'm gonna call out Hellbent. I'm gonna call out Nicholas Fiorio. I'm gonna call out Chad Logic. And like behind the scenes, like the hashtag campaigns that were, like my mom's been getting harassed. It's been mentally taxing on somebody who especially isn't a chronically online person. I do stand up. I'm not as entrenched into the YouTube world, and I'm barely on Reddit. I've been on Reddit more in the last 4 days than I have in my entire life. But for when all the ways that she was calling people out started backfiring, like she would kind of like, okay, we like never really fought much. Like we had like 2 like big-ish fights, and this was one of them, obviously, where he's basically like being really, really distant from me all of a sudden, and it was right after all the Hellbent, the Chud Logic stuff like started backfiring on her.
She's being distant,
and
okay.
She was, I need my space. So I didn't really like. I felt distant. I vocalized that, and then one day, we wake up in the morning, and she's still working as my assistant. So we wake up in the morning, we have a meeting with somebody. And then, we go take a nap after that because it was an early meeting. And then, I saw that Turkey Tom made some video. I think these are so silly. I saw that he's
not even a turkey.
But I just remember I just posted some.
Not even a turkey, dude. Come on, man. I didn't do anything. I'm a good guy, man. I'm a good guy. You leave me the fuck alone, all right? I'm cool. I'm a good guy. These guys' names are so silly. All right, your name is Jake Weddle. All right, your legal name is Weddle. At least I have a cool name, okay? At least I have a cool Chad name. All right, your name is Weddle. All right, I don't want to hear it. All right. Also, do you guys remember there was this moment when I had been like watching him on stream, okay? I had been watching him on stream. And he was like, I was like, I want to feel bad for this. I just hate the way that he looks. And he was like, hey, Tom, that's not a very nice thing to say. I feel like I'm getting bullied a little bit here. That was kind of a good moment.
Something I thought was pretty innocuous on my Instagram stories, talking about like, oh yeah, because it says I've lost it, right? So I thought it was that people make content calling other people's mental health into question. Because in my head, I don't think I've lost it, but now this guy's making a bunch of money claiming I've lost. Well, I don't want to get into the Turkey Tom thing. I don't give a fuck about Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom's fine.
I'm fine.
I made a post.
I'm a good guy.
I called YouTube commentary channels generally dorks. I said, you guys, and that's pretty tame, you know? Like, I didn't call anybody out by name specifically.
It's tame.
Meanwhile, Lex was like, hey, Hellbent, hey, she's calling out people by name specifically. And I remember I had a panic attack that night too, because I'm like, oh my God, she's literally asking for it. She's like bringing it on purpose, you know? And so when I posted that Instagram story, she said, take that Instagram story down. And I was like, what? Why? And she goes, because it affects me too. And in my head, I'm like, but you were doing all this other, like, so brazenly. And oh, this is funny. Somebody said, why doesn't he reel her in? I saw that comment a lot. Fellas,
Yes.
that was her reeled in. It was reeling her in.
That was her reeled in.
When I stopped her while she was filming and said, look, H3 said my stand-up's not that bad. That was me trying to be like derail her from her train of thought. I was like, please stop talking about this. Let's talk about something else instead. So.
Dude, I love this
she's
guy.
telling me take that down. I'm not thinking anything.
He's like, that was her reeled in. You want to see how bad things can really get? You want to see how bad things can really get? It could get so much worse. My video, I mean, he said it was more generally about commentary channels. My video was like tangentially linked to it. Apparently, it was the last straw. My video was like the straw that broke the camel's back here, okay?
Anything of it. I'm just thinking, like, what? I can't. I'm not going to tell her not to post something, right? Like, I didn't say don't post that video. I didn't say don't make that tweet. I didn't say don't go after Hellbent. I said you're your own person. I can't stop you from doing something. I can't control you, you know?
You can!
Take your story down. And
Control her!
Take your story down. And then she goes, all right.
She can't control
I guess I'll pay
herself.
for half your hotel tonight. And I was like, what? And she's like, yep, I don't want you here. I don't feel comfortable with you here because you don't care for my feelings. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, and I was upset. Like, of course. Like, I was confused. I was a little heartbroken that you're kicking me out of, I'm in a foreign country. And you're kicking me out of your house. And she's like, I'm saying
he went to Canada.
Hotel. And it's what I'm like, it just seemed so ridiculous. And then, you know, I was upset. You know, I was alternating between being angry and being sad.
What province is this girl from? Does anyone know? What's going on here? What province is this chick from? So he goes to a foreign country to like get his suck on with her, or sorry, hang out. And then she kicks him out because he's posting on his Instagram story while she is going on like Discord trying to like infiltrate Shed Logic.
Yeah, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's emotionally tenuous, you know, but like a normal level. So I'm packing my stuff and I'm crying. You guys know me. I'm crying. She says, better
You guys know me.
Call the police, you know? And I'm like, I'm packing, you know? Like, I'm looking for my camera, putting my stuff together, and then the police were there. And I was like, what? What? You know? And at first, you know, the cops do the thing where they're like, you know, hey, you're the guy, we got to get you out of here. And then after 5 seconds of talking to him, they're like, oh, yeah, you're leaving, you're packing your stuff. Like, at one point, I heard the police in the room that she was in say...
Are they implying that she called the police and said something crazy and lied about something? Is that what he's implying there? Because if the cops are like, they're like, you got to go, and then he like packs his stuff and they're surprised by that, wouldn't that imply that maybe she said something crazy about what he was doing there? Your career's dead. I find it funny. Shout out Jake, but I love Jimmy. True!
He's literally texting me right now. And I'm outside talking to the cops, and the other officer goes, ma'am, he's outside talking to the other officer, and his phone's right there.
Oh!
So she's accusing you of texting her in the moment you're outside talking to another officer, and your phone is in clear sight, not on your person. All allegedly, by the way. I can't confirm this.
Allegedly, of course. I mean, I don't have proof of that. This is hearsay, obviously. I'm just colloquially telling you all what happened from my perspective and my opinion, you know, obviously. If she's going to say things like I punched a wall, that's not true. This is what
punched a wall?
And he was filming me unbeknownst to me, which is something she swore she said she'd never do, because I've had exes do that in the past. I had mental breakdowns when I was in solitary confinement while there was 7 cameras on me. So I get really, really, sensitive to people filming me without my consent when I'm in a vulnerable position. And this is something she explicitly knew and we talked about often. So when she's got cameras all over her house, she's filming me with her phone. She's telling me she's got witnesses on her.
Cameras all over the house, witnesses. Okay, so I guess the kind of two forks in the road here are going to be Lex is, I guess, from Jake's perspective, trying to frame him as some kind of like evil, abusive boyfriend. But then Jake, from Lex's perspective, if this is to be believed, believes that he is an evil, abusive boyfriend and she had to document it for like her own well-being or something to that effect, right? This is basically the two forks in the road that we're experiencing here. I will say the amount of cameras is crazy, dude. If someone is filming you don't want to be filmed, just break the phone. Go rice gum mode, okay? Just do it.
Her Discord, and she's like, don't worry, I'm not going to post any of this, but I do have it for my safety, like my protection.
Safety.
And if we're going to talk about what's helpful for my mental health, don't post those or maybe even delete those because those were private and vulnerable. And it's sad when you're being cruel to me.
Lyrics already pushed him on that. I'm not going to interrupt the interview for that.
Could you not post things about me? Could you not tell everybody I'm abusive? Because the behavior exhibited in this moment, even like in this moment right here. But I wasn't going to talk about you logged into all my accounts because I didn't know you were. So I can't believe there's new developments happening in real time. Like, this is wild.
That's insane, yeah. And so just to clarify for everybody, in one day, on Monday, you go from being cool to you make an Instagram.
Super cool.
Yeah, so she goes, you make an Instagram story post. She thinks is not a good look. You refuse to take it down. She takes that personally. Breaks up with her.
It wasn't even like I refused to take it down. We had like 2 like Instagram exchange texts back and forth, and she goes, "All right, well, you can go ahead and get a hotel." And then I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
like,
so
it wasn't like I was like, "No, I'm not taking it down." I was just like a 2 conversation back and forth. Yeah.
So she tells you to leave while you're visiting her home in Canada, a country you're not from, don't have citizenship of or whatever. She tells you to leave, and you're out of the house. Trying to leave Canada in the same day.
I will say she said, "Hey, you can look back at the texts. I said I'll pay for half your hotel," and I said to her, "How litigious of you to say." Like when she got distant, I think what the mindset was this. I don't want to get too much into the weeds, but she's in a legal battle right now with the landlords, and I was in a domestic violence situation a few.
Oh, I remember the legal battle was like. She was like filming everything. She had cameras everywhere because she thought she was being gang stalked. And then the landlords were like, this is freaking out other people. You need to get kicked out. And then she like posted about it, like exposing them on her YouTube channel or something.
I don't want to get too much into the weeds of that either, but when I was in a domestic violence situation, I had a partner of mine assault me physically. I was punched, kicked, choked, bruised. I don't want to get too much into that, but that was helpful when those landlords tried to evict me. And I said, "Oh, you don't have to evict me. I fled New York City because I didn't want to be in New York City anymore because it was unsafe for me to be there." And that got me out of my lease, essentially. And so this is alleged when I say this, but I think, allegedly, in my opinion, when Lex realized that she could no longer milk me for more clout or more money, and the ticking clock on her current living situation was almost up, I think she thought, okay, I'll 2 birds, 1 stone this. I'll do this thing called reactive abuse. And what reactive abuse is, I had to be very familiar with this because I keep dating the same type of woman. What reactive abuse is when you purposefully rile somebody up to the point to where they can't take it anymore. And then when they like finally show the emotions that...
Reactive abuse. I'm not familiar with this term. So I'm going to be honest, if you're familiar enough with these abusive terms to know what reactive abuse is through your own relationships, I mean, as Jake says, you got to start dating a different kind of girl, bro. You got to start dating a different kind of girl. I mean, we see, if Tom Dark is drawing her on his stream, it's just not a good idea to be dating this kind of woman, I think. It's probably for the best to just not. Reactive abuse is what I give my nuts. Base, dude. That's awesome. Sounds like something Denims would say. That's very true. Yeah, this is a very dark conversation, man. I mean, this is just bad.
They've, that you've been poking at
He needs
constantly.
help.
They blow up, and then they go click, screenshot, and then they show everybody. See, isn't he crazy? For the purpose of discrediting them. And so I think one of the things is I know exactly what your triggers are, so I know how to get you upset. I'm going to kick you out of my house of police. That's going to be blackmail, so you don't ever talk about me. And I'll also be able to use that in a case against my landlords. That's what I think. Allegedly speculation. I don't know.
Yeah, and just to clarify for everybody, normally there's a fee for breaking a lease, but in the States, and I don't know if it's the same in Canada, I'm assuming it is, there's a stipulation that if you can prove there was like a situation of domestic violence occurring in your home, I'm pretty sure the landlord lets you break the lease. Like,
I think that is true, but it's kind of difficult to prove that to landlords unless you have like a police report. And a lot of the times there is no police report for that kind of situation. And as a result, it's like, I mean, landlords are not inclined to believe you because then, anyone can just any old sucker could just lie about that kind of thing to try and get out of breaking a lease. So they're kind of what would you call it? They're kind of reserved about whether or not they allow that.
For free or legally is bound to. I'm not, obviously he's alleging that in this circumstance. I'm not super familiar with Canadian law.
That's the thing. Lex was acting as my assistant because I was living with a partner I had used to date. We had broken up, but we were still living together because I didn't want to kick. That's so funny. I was living with an ex when I met Lex because I didn't want to kick my ex out on the street. So when I came back to New York with the new GF, she didn't like that and she started hitting me. But regardless,
Whoa.
I still didn't kick her out, right?
Dude, who are these girls that are hitting Jake Weddle? Can we help this guy? Who are these girls that are just beating the fuck out of him? Who are these female boxers he's dating? Can we help him somehow? What are we gonna do about this, Chad? How are we gonna save him? I feel like we need to save him somehow. I don't know how, but we definitely need to save him.
But that's why I got punched. But that's also why I was able to get out of my lease.
In Fortnite terms, Jake got too many bot lobbies, but now he's too high in Psycho MMR. Skill issue, honestly? Yeah, that's very true. Wait, is he talking about the girl he was dating that defended him online and stuff? And he said was answering his Insta DMs? Yes, that's the same exact girl, Lil Vodka. This is the same girl. But not, she didn't say that that girl hit him. That's a different girl hit him physically. Lex is logging into his Instagram and Discord accounts and hacking him or something.
Because there was a domestically violent situation at my house.
And
Lex
making
was acting
SoundCloud
as my
songs about
assistant
him.
when she was arguing with my landlords back and forth. So I think she went, oh, well, if this got Jake out of his lease, then maybe he can get me out of mine. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm just maybe thinking, assuming, possibly. I mean, this is what I was talking about with my friends on Discord for the past couple of days. And then clearly she didn't want me to come on this chat right now. So, he's seen all my correspondence for the last 4 days, and that makes my skin crawl, honestly. So my hunch is correct, Lex. I guess you're on a stream responding to this in real time, so your turn.
Oh my god, bro.
I don't know. Am I off? I don't know.
I just want to
They're
mention...
literally okay. I just can't. I can't emphasize enough. I feel like I can't overstate how insane it is. They had a breakup, and they're currently on separate live streams trying to expose each other to the commentary community audience, to the same people that have been on them for months. They are now trying to expose each other. How did we get here? How did this happen?
Or I guess
I do want to say
the other question I wanted to ask too is in regards to her history. You had actually, she has a dedicated hater base according to her, and you had actually received that you had sent to me and under the stipulation I could share while you were with Lex. You had been sent some sort of email warning you about her from a member of the public, or
I think a name that like a different email. I'm not quite sure. I mean, because I showed it to Lex at the time. Every time anybody was ever weary of her, she told me not to trust them, and that's crazy.
Based.
But I remember when I saw this email, I brushed it off as, oh, I got online haters, she's got online haters, and blah blah blah. She was like, they didn't want to see me happy.
But why would your like girlfriend with no real online presence, like, it makes sense for Jake to have haters, whether they're justified haters or not, because he has a large, like, not a large following, but he had like a big moment in the spotlight, right? But why would this like random unknown girl that you've never met before, who has no audience, who has like 1,000 subscribers, why would she have like a dedicated group of online haters? Why would that make sense? I think I even got emails about this girl and how bad she was, and I just ignored it because I was like, all right, well, these are like personal friends of hers. I don't know how reliable they are. I don't want to like get involved in this directly by trying to bring some information to the public. But yeah, like why would this random girl that you just started dating have online haters? Like it kind of makes you question like what's going on here, you know? Why would she have haters?
You know, with this new man, blah, blah, blah. And basically the body of the email, I believe you might have that up as well.
Yeah, I have it up on screen.
Hey, this is what she does. She does this to everybody. You seem like a nice guy. Please just protect yourself because this is what she does. And so, let me tell you, I feel like a big old dummy because not only is this very publicly embarrassing for me, but fool me once, twice, three times, I'm not going to date for another year. Hey, audience, hey, stream, if you guys see me with a new girlfriend, do a wellness check on me, okay? No, 2025.
We're going to help him out. Yes, dude, he's an incel. He's finally taking the incel pill. All right. We do like to see that. We do like to see a young king realizing the error of his ways and deciding, hey, I will no longer will I subject myself to the evil of the modern woman, all right? He's going to start watching a lot of Fresh and Fit, a lot of Sneeko, a lot of Jordan Peterson, all right? He's on a new arc, and we respect him for that. We do, all right? Chat, I want to see a round of applause right now for Jake Weddle for realizing the evil of the modern woman, all right? Realizing that he is a high-value male.
Yeah.
Very, very based. Now, I guess I want to ask you as well.
Jake.
After your girlfriend had told you that on your behalf, she was like threatening smaller creators and like making alts to pressure them.
Yes.
At that point in time, like I feel like I would have said, you know, like, dude, this bitch is crazy. Let me run for the hills. What was your mindset at that point?
I think what was going through my head was she's doing it to protect me. And at the time I was in a mental state where I felt like, you know, because the way that like the people, like the online vitriol, you know, like part of it is, and again, the way you pacify somebody in an abusive situation is to put them in a fearful state. And there were so many times I was with Lex where things went from 0 to 100. Like she was like, you gotta change your name on all the driving apps, like because you're a famous person, so someone could see. Oh, like there was so many like things she tried to make me be afraid of. You know, she was like, don't trust Cam Nugget, don't trust this person, don't trust that person. She would say,
don't trust Cam Nuggets.
So when she's...
For those who don't know, Cam Nuggets is like, he was in chat earlier. He's like a small commentary channel who has kind of gotten some heat, some traction in the wake of the Mr. Beast thing, basically. That's the situation there.
You're doing all this crazy shit. I was sitting here thinking, at least she's not doing it to me. And, you know, and she was saying, you know, oh, I'd never do it to you, you know, because I love you. And when, you know, then she was like, hey, that Instagram story, don't like it, bud. Go ahead and get out.
Don't like it.
That's when I was like,
get out.
Oh, you're rug pulling me. And then
you're rug pulling me.
Because I realized I was getting rug pulled.
And at that point in time, she was doing a lot of things, acting like incredibly loyal to you. Like a lot of the where you've explained it to me, right? The stipulation of her going DMing hell, but doing this crazy shit was like out of loyalty to you.
Yes. And then she turns around and is like, Hellbent loved my song, ha ha ha. Like that's why I went into a panic attack. Because I thought, like, not only are the detractors after me, but my biggest supporter is now working with the detractors. And so I went, and then I got trauma from previous exes, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, so, like, I forget what the question initially was, but, I that's why it's very publicly embarrassing to have this happen to you so brazenly, so publicly. See daisies.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so now walk me through it. So you have left the house, you've packed. At what point after you've now left the house on this Monday, do you actually realize that a song's come out about you? And was there any communication between that time?
Yeah, not while there was like a 24-hour period where you like after a situation like that, you have to do no contact. That's like required. So like, yeah, sure, no problem. I think I sent her an email that I scheduled to get to her 24 hours later. That was just like, please log out of all of my things, please. That was in the email I sent you, was to log out of all of my things, please.
Log out of all my things.
But so that was the only contact we had while I was traveling. I think I got on the planes late Monday evening, and then it was like I had to fly from Victoria to Vancouver to Toronto back to the States. So I was like in transit. I didn't get home until the Christmas Eve, essentially. I got home on Christmas Eve, and I'm crying the whole way there. I'm blubbering on the plane, being a nuisance to everybody.
Oh, jeez.
I get home. I'm with family.
Poor fella.
I have a nice cry on my mom's lap,
Oh.
And then,
Oh, poor guy.
I think she
Goddamn.
Snapchatted it to me because I had her blocked on a bunch of stuff. But I think she Snapchatted it to me. She emailed it to me actually as a response to my email. Hey, can you log out on my things? And she says sure. And then she sent me the link to her song.
Dude, he was like, can you log out of my account? She says, yeah, sure. And then sends him a link to a song wherein, inside of the song, she leaks a recording of him crying. That is insane, dude.
I did message her right
that is
before
so crazy.
all of that because I was upset and I was texting her. Yeah, I texted her some nasty things. I sent her some very nasty voice memos because I was distraught. I was upset. I was the person I loved. I was just doing all this crazy shit. Like, all of a sudden, the complete 180. I'm over here flying home for like 25, 30, 40 hours, And then I get home and there's a song. It was literally like I'm in the U.S., like in my mom's house for like a little bit. And then the song was up. So unless she produced that song in 2 seconds and it out, or she was working on it for a while,
what do you think he said to her, bro? What do you think he was saying to her? Do you think he was like, kill yourself, bitch? Think he was like, I never loved you? Or do you think he was like, I miss you so freaking bad? What do you think it was, dude? What do you think was going on here?
Well, she was, I need my space, I can't prove that either, obviously. That's just me goofing around. But, I'm kind of rambling a little bit.
So this song comes out Christmas Eve, which was on Tuesday, because Christmas was on a Wednesday, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
So
Christmas on a Wednesday, so Christmas Eve comes out on. Yeah, I get home Tuesday evening. 7 a.m. on Monday. We are super fine. Everything's all cool. And then I'm back home by Tuesday afternoon. Just sobbing, weeping. I don't know what happened. That was so weird. That was so confusing. Why did she do that? That was so whatever. And then I get a song. And I'm like, what the heck? It was nuts.
So this just seems like the craziest. Obviously, if what you're saying, I'm prefacing this for my audience. I know you've already said this. Obviously, everybody, at this point, a lot of these things are allegations because we have no proof for them. I invite Jake after the fact if he would.
I swear on my life, these are allegations. I am alleging these things. I do have a lawyer. This is happening very quickly. So yeah.
Yeah, because she's also made statements, right? So I'm letting him, air out his side. Obviously, you don't have evidence for everything that happens in your life, but I invite you, if you are able to find things after the fact, I'm more than happy to platform them. Or if you want to say something additional, you could message me.
Once they go on next, that's fine. I just don't want to be on this at the same time.
Yeah, no, all good. So, okay. So then my follow-up.
All right, chat. What do you guys think so far? We've got we've got kind of a narrative building here, as we can see. Got kind of a story here. All right, so we can see, they were together at one point, but now they're sort of on opposing sides. Jake Weddle is the felted Batman. He's having a real bad time. He's not enjoying his life right now. Meanwhile, Lex is, she's sort of a cunning, conniving Riddler. She's singing songs on SoundCloud. I feel like this is a pretty good. Representation of the situation. There's a lot of sort of covert narratives you have to read into to understand this, but there is a lot going on here. There's a lot of like deep subtext going on. You have to understand. Okay. A lot of deep subtext. This gets a couple broke up, and now they're teaming up with op commentary channels they hated previously in order to expose each other. Wild. It is wild. It's awesome though. It's cool. I like it. Dude, this song, I still can't get over how good this song was. I want to use the song in videos. If she doesn't DMCA, I probably will.
Question, my next question, I guess, would be, this is the biggest 180 of all time because she's doing all these crazy things to you out of loyalty, things that would, out of her supposed loyalty, things that would, bring negative attention to both you and her. And then you make an Instagram story post, which I agree was not a smart thing to do, right? You make an Instagram.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You make that post, and all of the sudden, this person who's been doing things that have brought you much more negativity out of loyalty is now telling you to leave and calling the police on you because you've made a post responding to the hate. And
Would you fix this girl or Lex Updog? You cannot fix either of them, dude. One of them has an OnlyFans, and one of them dated Jake Weddle. Like, what do you mean? Who would you fix? You can't. It's over. It's like that's it. There's no fixing. They're cooked. They're done. They're both toast. All right. Number one lesson for the boys of the world. All right. You can't fix her. It's over. You will never fix her. So don't even try. How about maybe date a girl that you don't have to fix? How about that? You think you at 20 years old are going to fix a girl who's been insane for her entire life? Yeah, good luck.
an unproductive way. So that
Now, she says she calls the police because I was raising my voice and wouldn't leave. I was, yes, raising my voice, but I was packing and leaving. I was actively leaving. I'm sorry it wasn't fast enough.
wait, so how long had you been staying with her prior to that?
I was there for about week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. If it was, oh gosh, maybe a little over 2 weeks, probably 2.5 weeks tops. Yeah.
So you had about 2.5 weeks of things unpacked, and then how long did it take you to pack before she called the police or before the police came? Would you estimate? Obviously, I don't expect you have the exact numbers off the top of your head.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing happened so fast. I mean, from the start of it to the end of it, like an hour, 2 hours, like it was nuts.
Okay, got you. So the thing I want to say too, do you know anything about the drone she claimed was flown over her house? She claimed a hater flew a drone over her house. Do you know anything about that?
She told me about that. She told me basically that's all the information I know is at one point somebody who was an alleged hater flew a drone over her house.
I don't believe
all I know.
that. That's not
You
true.
don't know a whole lot about her outside haters, like the people before the Mr. Beast stuff?
Dude, I don't. Why would somebody who hates her? Keep in mind she has like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like the biggest guy who had made a video about her up until this point was like Chud Logic, who, you know, relatively speaking in the YouTube landscape is a pretty small audience. We're saying that this guy somehow has enough followers that they managed. One of them was so schizo and obsessed with her that they sent a drone. I think someone probably just flew a drone by her apartment complex and she assumed it had something to do with her. Or it had nothing to do with her the entire time. I honestly don't think this had literally anything to do with her. A drone disguised perfectly as a bird. Yeah, she sees a bird. She's like, the bird's following me. It's like the bird in The Incredibles. In like the forest. It's like, ah, ah, ah.
No, because every single time one of them would pop up, she would be like, "Don't talk to them," you know. So I don't know. Yeah.
Now, hold on. Now, I just want to give you, I'm trying to be fair here. So this next part is gonna be some pushback.
Okay, sure.
But
AIDS gang represent, okay?
essentially, you're kind of putting the Hellbent stuff, a lot of it on Lex, like the idea to sue or whatever. But it seems
I was upset at Hellbent for that. Like I was definitely like I didn't like that she did that, and I do think what she did was scummy and lame and cringe. But all I'm putting on Lex is that she was one of the people that was she was the only person. She was the person who was like, we should sue. Let's sue. I mean, I was probably like backing her up. I was probably backing her up.
Yeah,
I was like, oh god, here we go. You know, I was backing her up because she was my partner.
exactly, and obviously, like, because here you were on Twitter, citing the legality of it.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, this isn't entirely on her, right? You have agency, as an adult.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, I did back up Lex on that publicly because she's my partner. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of this bad ideas that she had initiated, you had instead of doing anything about, you had supported it.
I was under the Lex influence. Yes.
Okay. So there is a level. I'm just clarifying everybody.
I mean, that's not really, under the Lex influence. It's not really a good excuse. I mean, you still allowed it to happen near your platform. You still did it, right? It's not really an excuse. Like, under the Lex influence, like, okay, well, I can understand I feel a little bad for you because you were, dating a up crazy girl. But at the same time, like, when you're with your hoe, you are your hoe, okay? She is you. The thing she does in the name of you, if you don't make her stop or at least try to get her to stop, that is you. So, you're under the Lex influence. Okay, fair enough. Have some sympathy, but it only goes so far. realistically speaking.
I'm not saying like
Sure,
there's no level of responsibility on Jacob. There obviously is.
I was backing up my partner, and that's on me. Whoopsie daisies.
Yeah. Okay. So is there any? I guess is there? Oh, I also needed to ask. People are
Yeah.
pressing me to
Keep your
ask
chicken
here
check,
because
you
Lex
heard?
has apparently claimed. Lex. Okay. Wait. Where is it? Lex has apparently claimed because she's on stream now. She's apparently claimed that.
This is so funny what's happening right now. Can I just take a second? I've never been in this position before in my life where we're both on two separate streams doing this right now.
It's a bad
This is
position.
insane.
It's a bad position. Jake is turning into the Batman who laughs right now, okay? Because he can't help himself. You know, the comedy of the situation is dawning on him. The darkness of it is dawning on him. And the only way he can truly cope is by rearing his head back and having a good chuckle, okay? That's all he can do. And I don't blame him for it. You know, I really don't.
No, what the heck? I'll laugh anyway.
That's not funny. Poor fella. Help him out. Help him out. Back to the content.
Dude, I was more inclined to believe
Jake is a
that
victim
for
of
some reason
nobody
you were
mind
offended
control.
over my inability to pull up my webcam.
It'd be wild that she's logged into my
Trickonomics.
account, right? It'd be even crazier for her to admit that, right? It's what is happening right now.
But the concern trolling, it's like for the sake of your mental health, and it's like if she's obviously on the offense here, right? She's on the offense here. Maybe for all I know, you could have been abusive. But what she's released what she has released is like clips of you yelling and stuff in her song. While she's on the offense, claiming that she cares about your mental health, and that's why she's preventing you from giving this interview. That's insane. That seems like concern.
Yeah. And also, I showed my friends her song, and they were like, "Wait, that's her." So they said, "Jake, you sound like a pussy." I go, "You don't care about my feelings." And I'm saying because she said you don't care about my feelings because I wouldn't take the post down.
Lex don't care about your
You don't care
feelings.
about my feelings. And so I said, I don't care about your feelings. You don't care about my feelings because you're kicking me out of your house.
Got you. So this recording of you yelling was conducted after she had told you you're being kicked out of the house.
Yes.
Okay, and she called the police because you were yelling.
Yes. Because yes.
And there was nothing broken, nothing physical. You're claiming?
No, not at all. In fact, the second like a voice gets above like an unpleasant octave, Lex goes, "You are yelling at me," and then she retreats.
Got you.
Base,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
Many such
so
cases.
so there actually
The
was
Batman
yelling
who
on the electric.
braps.
I'm not saying that's a crime, right?
I was upset that she was kicking me out of her house in a foreign country over an Instagram story. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I was upset about that.
Okay. No, I would be upset about that too. And this is what I was trying to clarify. And you're calling it, reactive abuse or whatever. I guess that's like the therapeutic term for it. I try to avoid using terms like that because I look weird.
I'm not a doctor.
No.
Is that even a therapeutic term? Reactive abuse. Charlie Health. Reactive abuse is when a person's under sustained abusive behavior reacts aggressively towards their abuser. Is reactive abuse real? National Legal Service. The term reactive abuse is a very poor word to describe an act of self-defense. In many cases, a victim has little to no choice to react. This reaction is not abuse, but a physiological survival mechanism employed to protect the victim from harm. Okay, interesting. I don't know all these medical terms. I'm not read up on the abuse lore. I feel like I don't want to be caught up on the abuse lore. What is abuse, what is not. I don't really want to. It's not something I think about in my daily life. But all right, interesting.
That's just it was helpful for me when I was in other situations.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. It's an accurate descriptor. But yes, there are people that, and for all we know, this might not be the case, but there are people that will get you angry, get you to, and then use your reaction against you in a situation where most.
They always ask like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" to the girl. They never ask, "What did she do?" They never ever ask that. Notice that. Interesting societal standard, my friends.
Kind of like the way you would try to attack Chud or attack Hellbent for the purpose of getting a reaction, for the purpose of getting, it's all like that's how the YouTube algorithm operates. I mean, it's all like action, reaction, like baiting people. Like this is how this ecosystem works.
Mm-hmm. And did you throw a phone at the wall?
I don't think I threw my phone. I think she was texting me while I was trying to talk to her, and I was like, "Just talk to me." And I like tossed my phone, and I was like, "Don't text me," but I didn't like chuck it at the wall or anything. No. Did you also think I punched the wall? I didn't do that either.
Was she in the room when this
Punching
happened?
the wall.
No, you're texting her. You're texting her. That's I'm just.
Yeah. So
Is this
she
skin
went into her
green?
room, and I'm just
That
like
is green, isn't it?
said,
Hold
like
on.
outside of the door saying, hey, like, Why are you doing this?
You
You're
got
hurting my
Stewie.
feelings. Yes. And,
You should
so,
collab with
yeah,
Pow
she
Envy
then
and
she
Cookie
texted me,
King.
And I'm like, don't text me, talk to me. No, because I'm
If they wanted
puzzled about
to.
what's going on.
I would do it.
So okay, so
I like Pow
no,
Envy.
I only asked that just to get specific clarification because I'm just explaining to chat
My
because
boy.
you know she's the phone at the wall thing would obviously be like a potential threat. But
Yeah.
if you're doing it, you allegedly you're saying toss. She said through. I guess you got different definitions.
Threw a
While
phone to
she's
the
out
wall.
of the room.
Yeah, no, it wasn't at her. It wasn't at anything. I was just constantly like, don't text me, talk to me, you know? And yeah, so the things she's alleging about me.
So her strongest evidence for his abuse is that he threw a phone at the wall. I mean, I would say that throwing a phone to the wall is not abusive. I mean, to be honest, I could be wrong here. I could be totally off base. Maybe, this is something just I don't understand. But when I see Jake Weddle, and this is like totally like anecdotal, so this doesn't really mean anything. But when I see Jake Weddle, I don't see a guy who would hit a girl. But you never know, I guess. You surely never know what could be going on behind the scenes. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sold that he was like getting physical. Did you say the same about I'm Alex? That's true, I did. That's very true. But in fairness, I'm Alex is also a very vindictive person, and I knew that. Emotionally vindictive. He held grudges for a long time. He was involved in all this drama. Jake, to me, seems like he doesn't really want to be involved in drama, even though he can't help himself from getting into it. So. Yeah, the thing is, once again, I'd have to see some evidence of Jake behaving abusively for me to be like, okay, this guy is a piece of, fuck him. Lex is in the right or something. But the fact that she's already like putting him in her songs is not a good omen. To be fair, he did abuse her with his comedy. That is true. That's actually true. Lock him up, dude. Put him away.
Like being threatening, the things she's alleging about me like screaming at her. It's like when you're in a relationship, like sometimes you have arguments that are unpleasant. Like I've talked to so many people and they're like, yeah, man, you can record like everybody's ugly moments. I mean, that's what I put on my Instagram story when I was talking about Mr. Beast the other day. It was from one of my videos where I said, if you take a snapshot of somebody at their worst and use it to discredit them, that's really gross because when somebody's at their worst, they're likely hurting and in need of help, And I was talking about Jimmy using PIs to dig up dirt on people. And I just thought it was fitting to post that on my Instagram story again because that's exactly what led.
Is he talking about Dogpack there? Like, what exactly is the Jimmy using PIs? I don't know any detail on that. I mean, sometimes you would hire a PI if there's some kind of court case going on, but did Jimmy hire PIs to dig up dirt on people? I don't know this lore. I don't know all about that. If anybody has some kind of reference for that or what he's talking about, let me know, but I haven't heard anything about that.
Lex is now doing to me, now that I would like to publicly accuse her of doing the things that she's been doing to me.
And, okay, so she's allegedly, I'm going to try and pull it up for chat. She's allegedly showing a photo of a damaged wall.
A damaged wall?
Yeah. Did the phone hit the wall? Did you punch the wall? I mean, even if that was the case, I think the wall being, I'll let you.
I don't think that I hit the wall. I don't know. I don't think I left a hole in the wall at all. I mean, the police removed me. They say the police removed me as soon as they got there. The vibes got so chill, and I just packed my stuff and I left.
He's just a chill guy. He's like a
they
chill
didn't,
dog,
arrest me
dude.
or anything. They didn't take me away. They said, all right, well, go ahead, go to the airport. I said, all right, I guess we'll go to the airport. But yeah.
So did she mention destruction of property with the police?
She could have. I don't know. I was gone by then.
Okay, when she called them. Okay, so she's.
When she called them, I don't know. I didn't know she called them. They just were there, and I was like, what the fuck? Why are the police here?
She called
they
the
just
cops.
Showed up. Let's. Okay, so if this was a result.
I just don't. Why did she call the cops on him? Was there some like, I don't know. Was there some like inherent risk of danger? Because if she called the cops, that would imply that she felt like he wouldn't. Because she called the cops when he was supposed to be moving out, right? When she wanted him to leave. So that would imply that she felt she was in some physical danger. She needed the police there, right? But Jake seems to think that there's a conspiracy going on where she was trying to essentially get out of the charge for breaking her lease, to get out of giving back the deposit or something, because she could claim there was domestic abuse. So she tried to have the cops show up for that reason. That's what he thinks, which would be pretty smart if that's true.
Wait.
Oh, we do have a picture of the
can't be
wall
from-
here. Could that be from a phone? I don't know. I don't really know what a dented wall looks like. I feel like if it's drywall, it's kind of hard to, it's kind of difficult to break the wall with a phone if it's drywall. Like, Jake would have to be like I don't really know any baseball players. Does Derek Jeter, does he throw balls or does he bat? I don't know what he does, but any major league experts out there, can you guys let me know? Does this look like it's some kind of wall being thrown type thing? Doesn't look like a phone mark. I don't really know what it looks like. I don't know. I also can't tell, like, because it's so close to the wall, I can't tell how big this is. Like, I can't tell if this is like a nick in the wall from like bumping your couch into it or something. Yeah, it does look like that. Like when I was at Pow Envy's house, I like was moving a couch and I accidentally scuffed up the wall in their house. And I remember it didn't look like a phone got thrown at it. It looked like there was like a divot, like kind of like this. Reverse image search it. Well, I think it probably is a unique picture. I don't think that reverse image searching it would do anything right now. It looks more like furniture damage. I don't know. Because, I mean, if you think about it, a phone, right? Like, hypothetically, if a phone, which is like a very flat object, is going towards a wall, it's probably going to make like a relatively, if it does somehow make, if you throw it so fast, probably going to break the phone, but you're probably going to have like kind of a flatter, like one kind of area, like one corner in the wall or one like flat side of it on the wall. But this is like, it's kind of like a bent shape, so I don't know. To me, it kind of looks like it was something else, so I could be wrong. Paul Skeens is a good baseball player. He's Libby Dunn's BF. Is he really? Well, good for him, dude.
Hold on, I'm no
Harry
forensic
Peters,
expert.
my
The
favorite
phone
MLB
make a
pitcher
dent
of all
like
time.
that,
Me
throwing
too.
it?
Shout out
I
Harry
don't even
Peters.
know. I'm not even looking at anything.
Well, hold on. I'm sorry. I pulled it up from my stream. Wait, can a phone do that? That's not in the. Is that?
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna say right here, right now, my phone, I didn't throw it hard enough to. My phone is fine. You think my phone would be damaged? My phone's fine. Yeah, no. If she's showing you holes in walls, and at first is saying I punched stuff, and is not backpedaling and saying I checked my phone, no, I did not leave a hole in her place. No.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to set it up here so I can zoom in while the phone's on my mic.
Forensically analyzing the hole in the wall.
Yeah, this does not. So was wait. So was the claim?
Wait. Does it look Photoshop? Did she text herself? I'm kidding.
And I mean, this is okay. So also, the claim also might have been that you punched it. I have to look at the specific claim. It was a phone or a punch. But if this is not, I'm no forensic expert or whatever. Maybe we can get some recreations. Throw some donor phones at a wall.
Can we do that thing from The Dark Knight when he's got those 5 bricks set up and he's shooting them all with the bullets?
Yes, dude.
Fingerprint, which doesn't make any sense, by the way. But you know what I'm talking about? Let's do that.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
But would punching a wall with your fist
He's like
do this
me.
either? That's my
He's
question,
just like
right?
me.
The way,
Yes!
the shape, the way I mean, maybe part of your
Can you
fist.
text me a photo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what we're looking at here.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that to you. Hold on. That's a good thing I have to put on.
Yeah, because I can't get on Discord. She's hacked into my Discord.
Yeah, by the way, give
hacked
him
into
his
my
Discord account back. This is ridiculous.
Discord back.
At least in a show of good faith.
For my mental health, please give me my Discord back.
All right, let me hold on. I'm gonna send you this picture. So
This guy's
there's
awesome,
2
dude.
points of impact here. So
This guy rocks.
Maybe he could have. You could have thrown the phone twice, or I don't know.
Yeah, I threw the phone and then I picked it up and I threw it again and then I punched it.
In the same spot. Wait, hold on. I'm texting this to you. What is your?
Dude, I don't think this is from a phone. It doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't quite add up. Things aren't quite adding up to me. The black marks wouldn't do that either. Yeah, I don't know. You can't even tell where it is. Bro is definitely guilty and trying his damnedest to sound like a victim. What do you mean, bro is definitely guilty? What do you mean by that? Have you ever watched my channel? The whole point of what I do is like innocent until proven guilty. I have no reason to believe that he is guilty. Okay, I have no reason to believe this little soy boy threw a phone at his wall to scare his girlfriend. I'm sorry, I don't. So no, I honestly don't think that bro is definitely guilty and trying his hardest to sound like a victim. To be honest, he doesn't even sound like he's trying to sound like a victim. He sounds like, he's like, I f***ed up, I dated this f***ed up girl, but she is trying to pull some strange stuff on me. But I mean, to me, it doesn't sound like he's trying to play the victim that much. Until I see evidence, I'm gonna say he's probably innocent. And this picture is not really helping me out here. Innocent until proven guilty, my brother.
All right, I don't have you on my content.
No, you're good. Go ahead and say my phone number out loud to stream, please.
I absolutely will. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, thank you.
Dude, this is so. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think she's totally. If she's saying that I damaged. Oh my God. No, she wouldn't do it on purpose for the court case. That'd be wild. That'd be insane.
All right, here we go. I'm sending you the picture.
2 points of
Maybe
entry.
you recognize. I mean, you've been around her house. Maybe this is.
I'll tell you if this is her house or not. Yeah.
What
What am I looking at here? Is that her house? That looks. I can't identify where that is.
Yeah, nobody can.
It's interesting.
Where the fuck is this?
I mean,
That's the damage. That's the.
you know, unironically, I know someone who works for who works in CSI. I don't know if this is like their area of expertise or
innocent
whatever.
beside with her anyways. Base, dude.
I want to get their opinions
True.
on this picture.
Hey, Lex, can I go back to your house so we can?
Thanks for the dono, Poncho.
I'm kidding.
Reverse image. Can somebody run a reverse image search on that?
Oh my god, if that's like in the pre, there's no way, dude. I mean, like, yeah, how does that? Okay, I'm just gonna say right here, I did not throw my phone hard enough to. A, I didn't even hit a wall, I don't think. But B, if I did, I don't know if it would do that. My phone's fine. My phone has 0 damage, no issues. So.
All right, allegedly, no results come back from a reverse image search.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone here is like an expert on this subject that wants to do an analysis of the photo.
I mean, I don't think that from here we can really do any kind of analysis on this picture, to be honest with you. I don't think that there's any forensic analysis that can take place over Discord to figure out the truth of the matter, to be honest. What do you guys think so far? Do you guys think Jake is guilty? What do you think? Do you think Jake could have been evil? What's your ranking here? Jake evil or Jake innocent? What do you guys think? Getting a decent amount of innocence in chat. All right. Interesting. My gut is telling me, you know, I'm going to try to remain impartial here. My gut is telling me that I don't think he's guilty, but, you know, ultimately we have no really evidence for either side. So before I go out and call her a liar too much, although I do think that she's pretty crazy, before I go out and call her an objective liar, though, we're going to listen to the rest of his account. And then we have to listen to, you have to understand, Chad, this isn't even the end of it. We have to listen to what she says on her stream with Mrao. With Mrao, all right? So we've got a whole other lore side of things to observe here.
That does not. I don't know any. Maybe it's like, you ever seen iCarly or Victorious, like the pair phones? Maybe it's like the pair phone, or I don't know. But I can't.
That's so funny.
That's very that's very strange. I don't know.
It's like iCarly.
Look, I'm not. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, right? Because I can't know that for a fact. But in my opinion, based on how I feel like I threw it, where I threw it, what her
So he did throw a phone.
And what this image
But he doesn't think this had anything to do with it.
Yeah. So you're admitting that the phone was tossed, or she says thrown or whatever, and it's not out of the realm possibility that it hit the wall. But right now, based on the image we've been provided, this does not look like a phone or a fist did this. Now, was there a hatchet laying around, or something? I mean,
she works on cars, but she didn't work on cars the entire time I was there.
Oh!
Very, it's clearly a hater flying a drone into the wall. Dude, it's like a drone Pearl Harbor. No, okay, so we've got, so I think we've run through a lot of the basics here. I also needed to ask you, hold on. I also needed to ask, where is it? Somebody told me to ask this. So were you the one who did the password reset for Discord on the 18th?
Password Discord on the
Password reset for Discord on the 18th.
What's this about?
I guess she's claiming it was done on her laptop or something. Why was your Gmail logged in on her laptop and her phone?
On her phone? No, I was logged in on her laptop because I was using her laptop because I didn't have a laptop. So I was editing stuff on her laptop. I was working on her laptop. I had Discord open on her laptop because I was at her place for 2 weeks and I was working on.
Why didn't you just bring your computer, dude? Didn't you get like $50,000 from Mr. Beast? Can you buy a laptop with that 50 grand, bro? Just get a laptop, bring your own. Do not use your girlfriend of 2 weeks' laptop to do your important comedy career work, okay? This is not a good thing whatsoever, in my opinion. In my humble and honest opinion.
On her laptop, yeah.
Okay. We're just trying to establish, I guess, the details of the hack here, regardless of how she got into his account.
Oh, no. All of my accounts were logged in on her laptop. Yes. And she was also my assistant for 3 months.
Why is she your assistant?
That's how she got into my stuff, I assume.
That's a pity job.
Well, please never.
Bro, I guarantee she was like, oh my God, I'll be your assistant. I have all these skills in all these different areas. And he was like, all right, well, I guess you can try it out. And then she did nothing because she's. That's my read of this situation, all right? You know, whether or not he is evil, whether or not he somehow was threatening her and threatening to abuse her by MLB pitching that phone at the wall. All right, whether he was, what's that Rodriguez guy that was on steroids? Is that who I'm thinking of? The steroid guy. Is it Aaron? I don't know his name. I don't know these fuckers' names, dude. But whoever the baseball player was that had roids, all right. Whether he was like that or not, I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that her job as an assistant was probably not the most advantageous position for her to be in for Jake Weddle. This feels like creep show art. This is like creep show art, dude.
Make that mistake
Nick,
again.
check this out,
especially-
dude.
I love learning things the hard way. I'll
This is
learn it
cool.
The hard way again.
Okay, this is
I mean,
awesome.
especially like with a girl who
Most
like
people
you're
don't
receiving
understand.
emails warning you about.
I know. We've already addressed.
I can actually show Nick. I started getting things ready for our next stream, Nick. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Who does that look like to you? All right. Or what about this? Who does that look like to you? Who does that look like to you, huh? Who does that look like to you? Or maybe this. Who does that look like to you? Who could that possibly be? And most importantly, who is this cute little lesbian? Who is this, dude? Who is that? By the way, I want to point out, so the original picture, you weren't even that fat, but I drew the lines to be fatter than you actually look to make sure that you look bigger. Okay? I made sure that you look fatter than you actually are. So you put all this work into losing weight. I drew it back. I drew it back on you, okay? Single stuff, double stuff, all right? We're on a different level here. Those people are not ready, okay? Those people are just not ready for the stuff I'm cooking up, but they will be. They will be someday.
I'm stupid.
I mean, hey, I would go harder. I would go harder on you for this, but like you're admitting it, so it's like I don't really. There's not a whole lot I can say like on that one.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Say I didn't?
Caught tracing, true. I trace all of my art, pretty much.
Oh, so she didn't. Wait, what do you guys think? She illegally. This is illegal. What she's done, right? I'm pretty sure. If she
I
accessed
trace
it.
your original artwork.
If she's accessing my, I'm not consenting to her accessing my stuff, and I did not. consent
She's
to
in
her,
his accounts,
people.
dude.
Yeah,
I did
she's
not-
in his
I sent her an email
accounts.
saying, please log out of all of my things. And I sent her that email from my business email to her business email.
Business
So
email.
I made you request to have her logged out of my things, and she clearly did not do that, and she has been in them for at least 4 days now, probably going through all of my messages. In fact, I was on the phone with another friend of mine, and Lex was trying to. I had her blocked on everything, but then I think I unblocked her a little bit ago so that I could look for more things like that I could screenshot to prove that she's aggressively manipulative. So I was just, do I have anything else? Is there anything else I could find? And then she called me 3 times, like back to back.
Oh,
and I
no.
hung up.
The calling.
Before I blocked her the final time, I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and she said, tell Dante he can wait. And I
No,
was like, whoa, how does she know I'm talking to Dante?
dude, he's on the phone with his friend, and she's like, tell Dante he can wait, to signal to him that she knows who he's calling because she's in her accounts. That's scary. That's really scary, actually. What? That's like horrifying. She's logged into his accounts while he's on the phone with his friend, trying to be like, hey, this, girl that I dated, about that. Kind of a bad idea looking back, haha. She's like, hey, what's up, Jake? Why are you talking to Dante? That's horrifying. That is BPD behavior.
And it was like, well, we're probably both just on Discord right now, like with the on a call icon. So she probably put 2 and 2 together, But now I'm like, oh, you saw that I was in a call with Dante, and you're trying to call me multiple times because I'm talking
She
about
knows.
going on this live stream right now, and then she proceeds to block me for my mental health.
So she's
owned
apparently
him.
very nervous. She was probably very nervous that you were going to come on here and say what you were going to say.
I got your
Maybe,
emails.
I don't know. I can't prove
Dot,
it.
dot, dot.
Yeah, I mean that one's kind of like
Alleged.
Alleged.
I'm so good about talking about Mr. B stuff. Alleged.
yeah. I mean this is a 3-month relationship, by the way. This is a lot for a 3-month relationship.
I know. I know. I want.
Bro, this is the 3-month relationship. Imagine what the year is like. Imagine 3 years with Lex. Imagine how that would go. I don't think it would be that fun, to be honest. It would be pretty dark. I mean, it could be like a roller coaster type thing, you know, like lots of ups and downs. It's like, all right, everything is good. She's saying she loves me. Next day, she's logging into all my accounts, telling me she's gonna kill herself if I don't stay with her. Next day, she's fucking me like a spider. Next day, she's saying I her when she me like a spider. Get away, man.
I want to put this behind me, but songs were posted, and she went on streams, and accusations were made, and not even a few hours had passed. So after this, I'm not talking about any of this ever again. I hope we all have our fun today, and then we're moving on.
We're moving on.
That's fair. So I'm gonna ask you.
One day she's descending from her web directly onto my erect cock. The next day she's saying I forced her to do it. One day she's saying we're gonna have spider babies together. The next day her babies hatch from her arachnid butt, and they're eating me, and I'm screaming out in agony. I think Jake definitely clout chased drama for publicity, but I don't think he has the in him to do something like that. I mean, that's kind of my read on it. Yeah, he definitely clout chased drama for publicity, 1000%. The thing is, I don't know. You know, I don't know what the deal is here. I don't know. I guess how evil she could be. You know, I don't know how evil he could be. I wasn't in the relationship, so I don't know the details here. That's kind of the biggest problem for me. It's like we in the absence of evidence of any of this, it's all just like hearsay. It is funny to listen to, but you know, end of the day, all this is basically just us hearing one side versus the other side. I mean, Jake, I will say, at the very least, doesn't seem particularly manipulative. He's stupid, but he does wear his heart on his sleeve. Versus Lex is like doing all these weird, you know, homosexual operations on Discord, trying to pretend to be some kind of like leaker to Chud Logic, and then she's on Reddit pretending to be a mod, and then she's like leaking that elsewhere. So, I mean, based on that, it's not the most confidence-inspiring thing in the world in terms of her credibility, I'll say. But at the end of the day, we just don't really know yet, you know? We just don't know.
Because she's probably going to release it, or at least she's threatening to release it. So under the expectation it gets out there, run us through what she's. If you obviously, I'm not forcing you to.
Yeah. So it's probably it's definitely going to be me. I'm saying not nice things. I probably say, what do I say? I say like, this is ridiculous. At one point I'm like pleading, crying.
No.
Like, why are you doing this? Please, please. I oscillate between being very, very angry and being very, very, very sad. At one point, I think I'm like dribbling, like nose drooping on her floor.
Oh
looking for
my
camera. I'm
God.
going, I can't find my camera.
Ugh.
And I'm packing actively. I go, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And I probably say,
I can't find my
What's
camera.
the meanest thing I could have probably? Maybe I called her a psycho at one point.
I can't find
Buddy,
my camera.
If that's abuse, I need to be arrested for attempted. I need to be arrested for attempted murder. No, I'm kidding. No, you're saying it to her. You're saying it to her in person.
Hey, buddy.
It's different.
What's going
Whenever
on,
you're
big
in
guy?
in a relationship, it's always good to try to keep your cool, to try to calm down. Abuse is terrible. Abuse is awful. I have been I've been in 2 relationships where those women beat my ass.
Stunning
Like,
and
I have
brave.
suffered abuse. Relationships are messy on both sides. Obviously. You should always try to work things out together like adults instead of being very, very public. The fact that I'm even doing this right now is very, very embarrassing. This is what is happening right now is not healthy on a personal level, on an internet level. This is weird and parasocial. My skin's crawling. We're even doing this. But, I do not condone any awful behavior like that whatsoever. I also don't condone hacking into people's Instagrams. I don't Discords. I don't condone. There's so many things about all of this that are so bad. But yeah, I raised my voice. I maybe said some hurtful things to her with a raised voice, and I'm also crying a lot.
So it sounds like a lot of this is embarrassing. A lot of this is like insults.
Yeah, it was a private relationship thing that she was holding over my head so I wouldn't do this right here. Yes.
Okay, and that's what she was threatening to release.
Yes.
If you got on here.
An intimidation tactic. Yes.
Okay. So I guess I don't know if I wanted to ask you before you went, and this is semi-related, semi-unrelated, but it's while we have you on here, I feel like I'm obligated to ask, because I guess this was kind of the thing that started it all, that caused you two to go distant.
I think it started it
the
all.
Hellbent stuff. During the Hellbent.
Yeah, go. You good?
Okay, so Hellbent was the like small commentary shitter troll that became a member of Jake's Patreon so she could try to dig up dirt on him to make some kind of video about him, right? And she was pretty honest about that.
Yeah, during the Hellbent conversation, you claimed that Rosanna had been working with the FBI on her content. Is that am I elaborating?
So at the time, and I guess this is one of the things that, like, again, we shouldn't be.
I wonder if they're still talking at all, because remember Jake was at Rosanna's house, right? He was there with her. So I'm very curious if she's still doing anything with Rosanna, or sorry, if he's still doing anything with Rosanna, like if they're in contact. Rosanna, by the way, is still tweeting about Mr. Beast to this day. She has not given up. She gave up on the false CP allegations, but she's still she's praying that his Beast game show fails. She's like, it's actually number 2, and then it went back to number 1, and she just shut up. You know, the Mr. Beast hatred at this point, I feel like, as far as Rosanna is concerned, is getting very old hat to me. But there is stuff going on with the Beast show that I'm probably going to cover in a video. This seems interesting. There was an article by Stephen Asark. I don't know how good it is, but I got to read through it. But we might look at that on stream today.
Engaging with all this stuff and the Hellbent thing. The reason why that was so angry for me was when Hellbent got into my Discord, my comedy workshops.
Cam Nuggets did an interview?
With the intention
Maybe
that
I'll take a look at
another
that
person on my comedy
with
workshops.
Jake.
And I try to make my workshops, whether it's on Patreon or my Discord, a safe space for people to try jokes. Because none of these people are comedians. They're just people who are trying to do comedy.
Well, you're a
so
comedian.
she came into my Discord with the intention of baiting me with Mr. Beast stuff, you know? And, she was also very rude to a lot of my patrons and talking over everybody and being like, I've done stand-up for 2 years. I'm hot, whatever.
Oh, called out. She's done.
Vibes in my Discord the entire time. My moderators agreed. And then she asked me some Mr. Beast related questions, and I tried to answer the best I could. I was a little frustrated. At the time, Rosanna had said publicly that she reported the stuff to the FBI. That's what I was referencing. But it's so, I was trying to not engage with all of this and make it worse. And then Lex was like, I'm going to publicly sue you.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'm trying to back up a little bit. But then Lex kept jumping into it, so.
To be fair, and I had
You need
speculated
to-
that might have been what you're referring to, but
You need to put a leash on this girl, man. You need to get her leashed up so she stops whatever she's doing to you. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. You got to get Lex on a leash, okay? Not in a sexual BDSM context, not in some kind of weird thing, okay? How's Rosanna related? Well, she's related because she was saying that this is related to the first Jake Weddle video I did, where Jake and Rosanna had been saying that they're working with the FBI to take down Mr. Beast because he had CP in a Telegram chat, which was not true. It was just not the case, but that's what they were saying. And so Hellbent went in there to ask questions, to troll around. It was like, hey, is the FBI actually working with Rosanna? And he was like, yeah.
But to be fair, you did say they also approved of her video or whatever.
Yes, I shouldn't have used that language because I was frustrated that Hellbent was being very annoying and I wanted her to stop so we could get back to jokes.
Okay, so that wasn't that wasn't true.
No, she didn't literally get the green light. I chose my words incorrectly because I was distraught
Thought
that someone
so.
was baiting me in my private workshops.
Okay,
Yes.
There
so
you
you
go.
threw something out there to get
It was a lie!
or whatever.
Jake Weddle
I
lied.
was trying to stop what was happening so we could get back to the workshop.
Okay, all right.
Still lied,
all
though.
right. I guess
To be clear, he still lied, though. He still lied about that. Let it be known. Where's Dogpack? He ran. I don't know. We haven't heard anything about him, dude. You're talking about the Lex dog girl that was dating Ethan's online? No. Different girl. This is a different Lex. Similar, but different, okay? Separate, but equal.
I guess that. So I guess I understood your mind. I understood your mindset at the time. I
Yes.
obviously disagreed
Yes.
heavily with that. That's kind of
Sure.
what
Yeah.
kind of what I thought
That's fine.
happened.
The flat Earth video was great. Love the branching out of topics. Hope you have a prosperous new year with some cringe sprinkled in every now and then. Thank you for the dono. Appreciate it. Yeah, we did something a little different, you know, because I don't want to just on the bread tube types too much. So yeah, we did a video about the flat earthers. I think it was a fun video.
I did not.
But yeah, it just came out 51 minutes ago after the stream. Be sure to check it out. All right.
Here.
Yeah.
And wait
honestly, if that's what you thought, then hey, level head on your shoulders, brother. Appreciate the benefit of the doubt.
wait a minute. Hold on. Well, apparently there are new leaks coming in. I'm going to send these. I don't mean to give you a...
Weeks. Breaking news. What's going on?
Wait, so by the way, everybody, Jake has admitted on this stream that after the breakup, he texted her some emotional shit, right? I just want to clarify that.
Yes.
So
So she's releasing the
I
things
think
now?
she's
That's
releasing
fine.
those right now.
Oh,
All right, that's fine.
breaking news!
Mental health. She's releasing the things.
So this is obviously like a...
Jake Weddle. He says, "What the freak is wrong with you? I loved you." The emoji. The emoji, bro. Why the emoji, though? No. Jake, no, man. Dude, what is this? What the freak is wrong with you? I loved you. Why are you doing this? What did I do to you? This is so heartbreaking. Why would you do this? I've been crying all freaking day. Since yesterday, I haven't slept. Why? Take this down. Please stop. Why? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, brother. Wait, so this is when she sent him the song. I mean, you know, the DMs are kind of pathetic, I guess, but, you know, in fairness, most breakup DMs are probably pathetic. And on top of that, she did just release a song right after they broke up with a leaked audio recording. Okay? I mean, keep in mind, this is like, it's like, how would you, you know, the DMs are kind of crazy, but, you know, how would you react to being sent a song which has you being like, you don't like me, you don't care about my mental health in the audio? Like, be honest, Chad, how would you respond to being sent this? It sounds like Soccer Mommy. It sounds like Soccer Mommy or like Beach Bunny. I can tell what she's been listening to. I understand this type of girl. I know what she's like. I get it. Okay, I get it. All right, she's listening to some Peach Pit, maybe some Beach Bunny, maybe some Mitski. Okay, I have seen the horizon. I have seen it.
a very emotional breakup.
Appreciate it if we didn't, but if we must, that's fine. Now my mental health is not going to be super great. If anything was going to be harmful to my mental health, it was her hanging this over my head. If anything was going to be harmful to my mental health, it was her threatening
Listening
me
to Alex G.
The way she's currently threatening me, and now she's following through on her threats. So
As a woman with BPD, and I've been in therapy for learning to handle it for years, I'm 24 now, this Lex chick for sure has BPD. This is nuts behavior. 1,000%, dude. 1,000%.
if you want to listen to those, that's fine. I want to apologize for how I ended these. I was upset. There's no appropriate way to yell at somebody, obviously. And I already apologize in advance. And I'm deeply, deeply, deeply embarrassed. And it's a shame that Lex was recording me without my consent. And it's a shame that she, did all the things that she did leading up to this moment. I'm really, really glad we were able to really, really dive into the context around these moments. But at the very end of the day, I'm still sorry, and this is very embarrassing for me.
Okay. Well, obviously, based on people, I haven't listened to it yet. Obviously, people, and you, in his defense, guys, you admit this isn't something that you were hiding from the get-go. Even when we were in private, you had told me that you had sent some not so great messages to her.
Everybody I have talked to, I said some not great things to her, and she's holding them over my head so that I don't speak up about all of the other things she was doing. Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So he has not tried to hide this.
I'm not hiding this at all. And if anything, I have been saying from the rooftops that she has dirt on me, and now she's releasing the dirt on me again for my mental health. She's releasing the dirt on me.
She's helping his mental health. She's
so
saving
obviously
him.
The reason, she didn't want him to
doing a
come
good
on here
job.
and talk. This has nothing to do with his mental health, right? She just didn't want him to talk and say embarrassing, as evident by the fact that she's now just leaking. He's admitted to. And by the way, this is.
You want to release my nudes next, Lex?
Wait!
You wanna
Oh no!
Stop giving her ideas, dude.
No.
Stop giving her.
No, I never sent her nudes, thank God. I never sent her nudes.
I mean, she's already. I don't know the law
my
in Canada.
God.
In the U.S., what she did is illegal. I don't know.
So Lex loves talking about one party versus two party consent states. I worked for a lawyer for many years as a comedy writer.
Yeah, she did talk about that a lot in the DMs. She was threatening legal action against Hellbent kind of covertly. She was like, I don't know if you know anything about the law, but, I have a very good lawyer. I understand one party versus two party consent states, and you may be violating the law here, just to let you know. And then she's leaking against his consent audio recordings of him. I mean, I don't know what the legality is of that. I don't know if it's even worth pursuing it, even if you can legally pursue it, but damn. Worked for a lawyer as a comedy writer. Well, she didn't. I think he did, though.
And so there are one party, two party consent states, so it is.
Dude, I was hyped about the Weddle.
For her,
I'm talking
Release
about
the Weddle.
I'm talking about logging into your account.
Release the Weddle.
probably illegal. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Unless
Let's
you
see
bring it up.
Weddle Jr.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to tell us about her? Because I mean, this is.
No, I don't want to talk trash about her for her mental health. And for her mental health, I would encourage nobody. I do not want anybody to trash her. I do not want anybody to harass her. I despise all.
Can you pause the stream so I can watch the new Tom Dark? I'll message you when I'm done. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, bro. All right. See you guys soon. Bye. All right. You watched it? You good? You done? You good? You good? All right. We can go back to watching now. Based. Listen to the whole song. It's kind of fire. It is, dude. It is actually fire. It's a good song. Dude, I like it. I would listen to this.
You wrote the narrative, and it's imperative that you come out the good guy, and I become the story that you tell the next girl who tries to care for you. Make sure that she knows how bad I was too. Maybe she'll do a better job of cleaning the messes up while you lay on the floor and wonder why you're sore. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, tell them all just who I am. Told me your exes were the problem, and now I feel sorry for them. Time, patience, sanity, all the things you took from me. I hope you get some sympathy.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Is he saying, why is this good? Is that what he's saying? It sounds like me reacting to her on stream. When I first heard that, I was like, wait, did she somehow re-upload the song while I was watching and put a clip of me saying this is good on on SoundCloud?
All of the Jake Weddle, Freemathan Weddle, all the harassment we've been getting. I don't want Lex to get more harassment. I don't want anything negative to come out of this in Lex's favor that she didn't do to herself. But I don't want to encourage people to pile on. If both of us could move on from this as of today, that'd be lovely. But again, I do not encourage anybody to pile on Lex at all.
Okay, I will. I commend it. I commend you being.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They were dating for 3 months, and she wrote and produced the song during their breakup in like 2 days, dude. She's a visionary artist.
The bigger guy, but just to let you know, it seems like she's completely going scorched earth and leaking everything. You're a bigger man than I would be.
Yes, that's fine.
She's listening to Cave Town, coming up with the inspiration for the song.
I would.
And I honestly, here's the thing. I knew she was going to do this eventually, because eventually this is what happens when the drama dies down, and when she's going to poke the bear again. She was going to have this forever over my head. So my intention with this a little bit was, if she's going to do this, let's get her over with now so that I can move on with the rest of my life.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I think we got to like literally everything. I mean, we.
So, all right, Lex. Now that you're done, now that all of our cards are on the table, I will never speak to you again, and I hope you never speak to me again. This was very, very, very messy, and it did not have to be this way at all. So I hope moving forward we can be done. I won't do anything else anymore now that you're out of ammo. Thank you.
So, and by the way,
Yes.
if you, I know this is very spontaneous. If there is something,
Yes.
a piece of evidence you wanted to include that you didn't get to, or something you forgot, feel free to text me and I'll air it out. And the same offer.
Lex and Nick Ricada start a new hacking group. Yeah, they'll be called Anonymous. That'll be their band name and hacker group name. Can you sing Happy Birthday to me? Or say Happy Birthday to me? Where can I get one of those hats? The hats are out of stock. They're all gone, bro. You can't get them anymore. But thanks for the dono. Happy birthday, buddy.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
The same offer, by the way. I'm being fair to both sides here.
Look at Aiden.
The same offer extends to Lex.
Being a good guy.
As much as you two are
Just
beefing there.
check it for Photoshop. I'm kidding.
I will. All right. Thanks for calling in. Take care, buddy. Peace.
Yeah, no problem. Later.
Later. Well, I delivered, folks. They said it couldn't be done.
All right, so good job, Aiden. Good piece of content. So that was the interview with Jake Weddle, okay, in the middle of the breakup. But this is not where it ends, believe it or not. This is just the beginning.